The Flash is not doing well, right? And when we watched it, we gave it like a 5 out of 10. And it's
Yeah.
not it's broken some records though. To being the lowest 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 a second week drop of all time of not all time, but of any superhero movie, according to what I heard. So let's go ahead and read this article over here from the Rap. Let's see. The Flash plummets at box office with second weekend drop of over 70%. That's holy crap. That is a lot. And I believe the first weekend it made maybe 60 to 70 million domestic, right? So that means that it's only made like what, 20 million, maybe 15 million. Oh my, that's so bad.
Yeah.
That's awful. Let's see. DC blockbuster falls below Elemental and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which are in a narrow race for number one. The bad news for Warner Brothers DC, The Flash just got worse. After the tentpole blockbuster, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Bombed last week with a much lower than 55 million. I guess that's pretty fucking bad. Industry estimates have it dropping by more than 70% this weekend to 14 to 15 million, falling to number 3 on the charts below Disney Pixar's Elemental and Sony's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The first signs that such a drop was coming arrived on Thursday afternoon when Wednesday numbers were reported to show that both Spider-Verse and Elemental had beaten Flash in the daily grosses. Daily grosses on Thursday showed the same trend as Flash grossed just 2.8 million on that day to finish the first week with a domestic total of 72 million, below the 83 million the first week of Black Adam. Man, and in Grae, you said you watched Black Adam.
Yeah.
Is Black Adam better than the Flash?
That's actually pretty tough, actually. That's a tough question. They are both not good. But who is better? Who is better? I get the feeling people will say Flash because of simply all the nostalgia bait it does. But in terms of me, who's not really into the oldies, like I'm not really into Michael Keaton, Christopher Reeve, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Maybe simply because there's no annoying Ezra Miller. Maybe I would give it to Black Adam. There's no dual Ezra Millers, so I give Adam more credit.
Okay, there you have it, chat. A 72% drop, as some of the estimates have it, would be the worst second weekend drop after a number one opening since the 80% drop suffered last October by Universal Blumhouse's The Halloween Ends after its 40 million opening. Among recent comic book movies, The Flash is dropping worse than the 69.9 fall from Disney Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And you said that Quantumania was worse than The Flash. According to you, you said that you didn't like Quantumania because of the woke daughter.
Yeah, I do not like Cassie and the stuff. Yeah, Moda, a lot of things. Yeah, I think I said that too. But
Yeah,
but Ant-Man did better. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it did better. Yeah.
yeah, it did. I think it made like 400 or 500 million or something like that total. Man, that sucks. Let's see. Yeah, Ant-Man Quantumania took in February from its 106 million opening and only slightly better than the 73.8 drop taken by Sony's Morbius after opening to 39 million in April. Industry's estimate currently have Elemental and Spider-Verse in a narrow race for number one, with Elemental having the edge with 18.5 million this weekend, while Spider-Verse has an 18.2. Of course, such a result is far more impressive for Spider-Verse, which in its fourth
Yeah.
weekend and crossed 500 million worldwide earlier this week, powered by a strong domestic run that will reach 360 million after this weekend. Elemental, meanwhile, is still doomed to be a theatrical bomb after it suffered Pixar's worst 29.5 million opening. But its drop of just 37% this weekend will give it a 10-day total of 65 million. better than the 44.5 million 10-day of DreamWorks The Bad Guys in April 2022 after its 23.9 million opening. Elemental had a reported budget of more than double of The Bad Guys, so this is too big a hole for the film to climb out of, even if its legs got out. See, but this whole shows that the post-release buzz among audiences, especially families, is quite strong after the film's mixed initial reception at the Cannes Film Festival and marketing campaign failed to garner it much public interest. If audiences continue to discover Elemental, that will be something Disney has to take into account as it tries to figure out how to revive its failing animation business. Yeah, Pixar is not doing well, man.
Yeah.
Pixar is
And
not doing well.
yeah, it was even compared the Elemental opening,
Mhm.
29.5 million. That is it's being compared to their Pixar's first ever film, which is Toy Story in
Mhm.
1995. The first weekend of that is 29.1, but then that was 30 years ago. So you're
Mhm.
comparing, it's being compared, this box opening of this movie is being compared to a movie that was released 30 years ago
Mhm.
and not even factoring in inflation. So that's how bad this movie is turning out to be. So it's literally their worst ever. And I think, yeah, I think Pixar's future is also in jeopardy. But I mean, everything in Disney is, in my opinion, everything is. And I don't know how they're gonna turn things around given what's happening
Yeah,
to, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Let's see. Further down the charts, Sony Pictures R-rated comedy No Hard Feelings may make the bad news for The Flash even worse, as it's sitting just behind the DC film in fourth on the charts with an estimated 15 million openings, slightly better than the pre-release projections of 12 million. Reception for the film has been generally positive, with Rotten Tomato scores of 67 critics and 88 audience, to go with a B plus on a cinema score and a 4 out of 5 post track. So according to what I heard, I watched a Yellow Flash review, not review, but like talking about No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. I believe there's a nude scene for her, and that's the reason why that movie is going to get a lot of money.
okay,
Hey, she's pretty cute, right? J Law's pretty cute, even though all the fappening stuff already out. We can watch her for free online anywhere else. However, if you want to watch and pay for it, like a regular person, yeah, just go watch No Hard Feelings. It's the fact that it's gonna be better than The Flash that sucks. And the thing is, these R-rated comedies, they're really really cheap to make. They're really cheap to produce. So it's gonna make its money back probably maybe in like a week or two. So let's finish this article here. Further down the charts, Focus Features expanded Wes Anderson's Asteroid City to 1,675 theaters, and its earning estimated to 8.4 million wide opening, giving the film 9.6 million after a week of its in its limited release. While comparisons to the past Wes Anderson films are inexact because the difference is release pattern. Asteroid City is on course to do better than the 16 million domestic run of Anderson's 2021 film, The French Dispatch. Yep. Uh, yeah. I think that's it. The Flash is screwed. I hope this puts the final nail in the coffin for Ezra Miller's Flash. So there will be no part two, right?
yeah.
Because this
And
movie has to do really, really well in order for it to be a part two.
and I also kind of blame like the higher ups in Warner Brothers, like Gunn and Zaslav. Yeah, they can't say bad things about the movie, but
Mhm.
they didn't have to say it's the greatest superhero films ever made. It's like, I think that hurt the movie more than gave it, that helped it than helping it. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you're they were willing to destroy their credibility just for this movie. It's like, you could have said like it's gonna be a solid movie or it's gonna be great, but saying that it's the best superhero film ever made, it's like, so okay, so I'm gonna assume everything that James Gunn makes moving forward, it's gonna suck because like it's not gonna be, if he doesn't say it's not the best superhero film ever made, that means it's worse than The Flash, right? That means it's
Yep.
worse than The Flash.
Yep.
So I don't
So
know. Yeah, do not overhype your movies to that extent if you know it's not true. I mean, you can just make you can make a fake statement like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be solid." I mean, I would understand because like you're part of Warner Brothers, so you can't say bad stuff about it.
yep.
But yeah, mhm.
Like you're basically saying the Flash like let's say put apples to apples, right? The DC film comparing to a DC film. You're saying that the Flash is better than the Dark Knight from Chris Nolan. You're saying that because that's the standard in terms of like the best DC movie, right? That's not it doesn't have to be tied to the Zack Snyder verse, right? You're saying that it's better than the Dark Knight. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.